Paul here from PABrewNews. There we go. We have one here from Germany. This is the Apostel Braeu, apostelbrau.de.com. This is Holzfassgericht Dinkel Bock, naturally cloudy, original Dinkel Bock beer coming in at 7% alcohol by volume. This granite fermented aged in oak Tennessee whiskey barrels and unfiltered. Wow. So this is a Tennessee whiskey barrel aged Dinkelbock coming in at 7% alcohol by volume. Very nice, very happy. Ingredients, of course: water, malts, barley, hops, yeast. Done. Brewed and bottled by Apostel Braeu from Hatzberg, Bavaria, Germany. So that's Hausenberg. Sorry, I think it's Hausenberg, Bavaria, Germany. So there you go. Very happy. Love German beer. Love German beer. Pick this one up over at Sabatini's in Exeter. Probably going to pick another one up here soon. I want to run over and grab. A couple of beers for next week, probably. Some German beers that they have there, and if I like this one, I will pick up another one of this one. Okay. This one's a little lively. At least a little more lively than I expected, so that's okay. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm keeping well as I can be. I did film my September update video, which is not the greatest video in the world as far as I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit as far as weight goes, but I'll post that video up on the I'll probably try to post it up today. I'm a little bit above where I was, but I did drop lower, so it's, you know, basically a little bit less of this, a little bit more of this, you know, if you know what I mean, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna keen back the beer consumption and buying anyway for money reasons, and for health reasons as well. So that's gonna be in the update video, which I'll try to post like today or tomorrow. Anywho, so obviously this is an unfiltered, as you would expect by the name, unfiltered. But it's very cloudy, a lot of streaming carbonation on there. So I don't know. I guess they might have, since it's barrel aged, they would have to re-ferment it in the bottle with some naturally lovely yeast. So there's a lot of streaming carbonation. Very gassy on this one, very Belgian-esque with the amount of carbonation rising from the pinnacle of the glass there. And honey, amber hues, a little bit caramel, just little tonalities of little orange, honey, amber hues in the different parts of the glass. Slightly white, off-white, but it's very, very subtly, slightly off-white head. Big head on there because of all the invigoration and all that gassiness in the beer itself. So, let us see what we have here. Okay? So here we go. Cheers. Get your arm. A lot of very floral, earthy, spicy qualities. Peppery. A lot of soft caramel. That kind of caramel bourbon, kind of whiskey rather, kind of character a little bit. Smokiness. But I'm getting a very floral, peppery, spicy tonality coming up with that too. A little bit of lager yeast, kind of lager funk mixing in with all that floral qualities. So, don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Cheers. It's very light. It's a bit thin, obviously. It's a bit thin. It's a 7% Bock beer, aged in whiskey barrels. So that's gonna thin the beer out. It's kind of fun. It's kind of a different kind of thing because I've never had just like a Dinkelbock or a Maibach or anything like that in a barrel like this before. So this is very interesting, especially like a Tennessee whiskey barrel. The unfiltered aspect of the beer kicks it up into that creamy mouthfeel, which is nice because it gives that breadiness, gives a little bit of a body to the beer and makes it just nice and smooth down the palate. The Tennessee whiskey that's in there is very subtle. It's like watered down kind of tonalities of whiskey, but it gives it this kind of soft brightness, a little bit of a caramel pepperiness to the sides of the palate. And then you have a kind of almost cola-esque quality of the caramel sweetness in there too from the beer itself. Breadiness, a little bit of a floral quality coming through there from the hops that they use too, that are still dying off from the barrel aging process. Not to mention the pepperiness from that bourbon. It has a very slick feel to it and very nice light body, but a little bit kicked up because of that sedimentation, and very slick. And that lager crisp cleanness is in there too. And you have a little bit of that lingering around of that Tennessee whiskey too. So it's a very interesting, different beer. It's kind of you know, shaking things up, which I like. It really wasn't that hard to drink. It is gassy, but it's not hindering the drinking experience. You might just burp a little bit. But yeah, it has a very cola-esque kind of quality to this one. Flat cola almost. So I'm not saying the beer just tastes like flat cola, but there is a tonality of, if you know what I'm trying to say, a tonality of that kind of slightly softed roast caramel tonality in there that reminds you of like a flat soda, but then everything else is going on around it. I think some of that is coming from that caramel, from that peppery whiskey kind of quality too, blending down, but it's drinking really nice. It's just a whole different kind of beast of a beer. Stop. You know what I mean? You look at the rest of the goodness in there. There we go. This is some Braeu, just for fun of it. Mix it around, and again, now it's getting even more cloudy. Yeah, just a little bit more cloudy since the dregs of the bottle is now in there too. But everything seems nice and evenly as displaced. There's no chunkies and there's no floaties. So it's a very interesting beer. I don't know if I can get through this massive head, but we're going to find out. Cheers. It's weird. It's really weird. This beer is special because it's in the barrel. Not all the beers are going to be in the barrel. It's going to be a limited kind of thing. But I can see big glass, this, order, pour, give, drink, more, pour, drink, more, pour, drink, fucked up on floor. You know, that kind of thing. It's really easy drinking. It's fun. It's a little bit dynamic in a certain way. It's different. I think that's the thing about this beer. It's different. The style meeting the Tennessee whiskey, giving that kind of caramel cola-esque vibe going on there, but with that breadiness from the sedimentation, the floral tones from those traditional German hops that they use, coming all together. It's a very interesting beer. Might not be for everybody, but I'll tell you what, for a nice drinker, it's a nice drinker. I'll tell you what, it's just, man, I just want to just It's got unique qualities. It's hard to compare to other beers, but for what's in there, it's nice. It's nice. It's a nice light. It's very light. For 7%, it's light. It's really weird. I think maybe some of that sedimentation clouds up the beer a little bit, makes everything just more blended together, cohesive. Joe helps do that, so it just pours it right down the palate. Very interesting. It's a very interesting beer. Yeah, I could totally kill a few of these easily. Very nice and interesting beer. Very interesting beer. I'm not gonna go too high on it. You know, it is what it is. One of those kind of things. So like, it is thin. It is this. It is that. So overall, though, I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm still gonna get an 8. The Dinkel Bock, the granite fermented aged in oak Tennessee whiskey barrels, the unfiltered Dinkel Bock from Apostel Braeu. that is totally getting an 8 out of 10 for me. Hope you guys enjoy this one. This has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers.